Bates from the Paddington end.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Caught. And that's one of the easiest catches you'll see. Out. Nicely done by the keeper.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Bates over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
That's the over. The Strikers are 89 for 2.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish. How will the bowler respond?
Doesn't beat the infield. Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Edge, amazing delivery. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Great shot through the gap. End of the over. 3 runs coming off it. The Strikers are 92 for 2. Swept away, but finds the fielder. And a fine take by the fielder at deep cover point. It was in the air for some time, but they've held on to it well. Fantastic catch at cover point. Great athleticism.
The trudge back to the pavilion, a disappointing display in the end for someone with such skill. This goes down as a fail.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Misses everything. Couldn't get it through the field. End of a really good over. Gets a wicket and really slowing down the scoring pace. Knight coming back on here. They've been bowling really well so far. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Can't get that outside the ring field. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.
Patterson watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper. Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over, and it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting the batters build any momentum. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Paddington end. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Mack waited on that and guides it down to third. Fielder coming around, may stop it before the boundary.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Mack has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Was quick onto that in the infield. Power and precision in that shot.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Smacks that away through the gap. Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Knight to bowl the first over of the power play. It's going to be very tough to stop these two free-flowing batters. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Gets onto the front foot, and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope.
Litchfield, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Straight to the fielder. Drilled that one away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Cuts that off well in the infield. Massive outside edge. 11 runs added there. The Strikers are 128 for 3. Going with spin now. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the rope. That's a brute of a maximum.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes.
They've been reading the pitch well and playing each ball on its merit. Very good power play.
Shot, leant back and punched through the gap in the offside, and that'll be 4.
Mack was quick onto that one, cut it away, through the field and to the boundary. Might look to go big again here.
Drive straight back down. Oh, collects the stumps. Fortunate for the bowler. That would have been a boundary. Patterson waited on that and guides it down to third. Fielder coming around, may stop it before the boundary.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Strikers are 148 for 3.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Gone. Played all around that one. What a delivery.
A good innings, weathered some good bowling and scored freely when given the opportunity, but couldn't keep it going and will head back disappointed.
The new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Brilliant diving stop. Penner advances and throws the bat at it with absolute disdain. Cut away for 4.
Saw it early and went for it. Muscled it to the boundary rather than timed it.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Yeah, they've held that. Brilliant work in the deep.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket. It's a very frustrated person heading back to the pavilion.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. End of the over. 5 off it. The Strikers are 153 for 5. Ismail has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie one end down. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
Well, dealt with that beautifully. Saw the short one and got out of the way. No more of those in this over.
That is quite extraordinary. Mac, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Mac, stand and deliver. Holds the pose as the ball goes straight over the bowler. 6 more.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that is stayed hit. Fantastic.
Boundaries are flowing. You need to find a dot ball or two just to slow things down again. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. And what a strike that is. Right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be a maximum.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Onto that early, that could be 4. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
Final over in this innings. Plenty of wickets in hand. It's going to need to be very accurate. Got to try and pitch it up into the toes. Drilled that one away. Mac waited on that and guides it down to 3rd. Fielder coming around, may stop it before the boundary.
That was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter, and a great shot off the back foot.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Super batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure right on the bowler. They've got to respond.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. And that's the end of the innings. The Thunder have been set a target of 194 runs. I reckon this is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Here we go. First ball.
Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Huge edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Smacks that away through the gap. Bang, bowled, just stunning bowling.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Finds the edge. That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. The Thunder are 2 for 1. Right arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the Paddington end. Power and precision in that shot.
Flashed away and got it well enough to find the boundary.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Thick edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.